This is a quick tutorial video about how to work in Bridge with photos that you've shot on your DSLR or JPEGs that you've exported from an iPhone, and how to work with Bridge to create a contact sheet, and then put that contact sheet into the Canvas course discussion folder, which you see here in front of you. So our goal is to end up with a contact sheet in the discussion folder as part of step 1 of this project. So I'm actually going to go to the Finder window where I have all of my files. I've shot 32 files of this car. As you can see, they're all here. In order for me to look at them through Bridge, I'm going to select all of them, which I can do by dragging my mouse, or I can do also Command A on a Mac, or I believe it's Control A on a PC, and that allows you to select all of them. Down here on my dock, I have Adobe Bridge, Photoshop, Illustrator, and Design. Lightroom, you're going to be using for this course Bridge, Photoshop, and Lightroom, and we should have licenses for you to do all of that. So we can grab all of these at once. If I just select them all, grab them all at once, and that's 32 of them. I'm going to drag them down to Bridge, and then I'm going to open them up right in there. And then they open up in this window, which is the Bridge workspace. So the Bridge workspace is pretty awesome because what you have is a film strip view down below of all of the images in that folder. You can also see where you got that image from. In this case, it's from my digital photography class, and I have it in course images, car pictures. So you'll see that you can stay organized that way. And each individual photo has its metadata as well, which is visible. Actually, you've got these tabs up here, and if you go to libraries, you can see all the metadata that shows up on the left. And this is the information that was recorded in the camera when you took the picture, and it says all the settings that you used and how big the file is. So in order to make a contact sheet, which is one single sheet with all of the images that you shot, presuming they're around 32, what you would do is you can select all of them. Here, I actually just did Command A, so my whole film strip down here is selected. Every time you select something, it shows up in the big window at the top. I'm going to go to these different tabs. I'm going to go to Output. And I actually have here something that I've already created myself very quickly, and I'll show you how I did it. It's really simple. You can go to Template, Output Settings. You have this template here, and your options are a few things here. You can create greeting card, cells, a few different kinds of contact sheets, and what we really want to do is just create a contact sheet. So I just went to 5x8 contact sheet, clicked on that, and then this other window that's open here, not just template, but you also have these other things here that talk about what you can do with the document. I just decided to make it into a letter paper size, just a little bit wider, as you can see. That's just in case I feel like printing it, which we don't have to do for this class, at least not right now. And another thing you can do is if you close the document tab there, you can go to header and footer, add some text to the header, because I have to click off that I'm including a header. What do I want the text to be? Well, in my case, in everybody's case, I would say add your name, and then the assignment, and you can either choose the subject or call it what it is. I'm going to call it car contact sheet. That's my header. Helps me remember what it is. I'm just going to hit return on that, and that should work. Oh, see, it shows up there anyway. So we're good with that. So now I'm going to go back to my files, and I'm going to select them all. I'm going to do a Command A and select all of them. And as you can see, it says drag images to canvas. So we're going to pick them up, drag all 32, and it pops them right in, keeps the file names right under each photo. And then the next thing to do, once that's created, is go down to the lower right where it says Export to PDF. So I'm going to click Export to PDF. It's going to say, well, what folder do you want it in and what do you want to call it? Of course, I want to call it essentially the same thing that I just called it in the header. Car contact sheet. It's a PDF. I'm going to save it in just outside of my car pictures folder, in my course images folder. I'm going to go down to save, and it's going to save it. It's going to open it up right away. Now that's done, and that gives you your PDF contact sheet. The great thing about this is it saves the images with just enough quality where you can review them, and if you want to zoom in on them, you can see what you have available. It's essentially a printable version of what you would be working with in Bridge, and you can also share it in a quick way. Contact sheets are a very important tool for photographers to decide which photo they really want to work with or print, and which ones they want to eliminate. So once that's done, what I would say is we want to get this into the Canvas course. So the next step is if you have a Mac, this is the really easy way to do it. If you have a PC or you're working on another device, I'm not sure exactly how you should do it, but you should turn it into a JPEG, which means you're going to export it. No matter what platform you're working on, you're going to export it. So I'm going to go down to File and Export. And I'm going to go back to my course images folder, which is really easy. And I have different formats I can work with here. I want to choose a JPEG to export it. The reason we're doing this is because when you put it into the discussion forum on Canvas, you can't embed a PDF, but you can embed a JPEG. And that's our goal, is to embed this contact sheet so that you can share it with the rest of the class and everybody can see the contact sheet that you made. So I'm going to make the quality better than the default, somewhere around the best area. Resolution 300 pixels per inch is good for printing or blowing it up so that you can view it closely. Going to make it a JPEG, and I'm going to make sure that I'm exporting it as the same title. It won't replace my earlier PDF file because it's going to be a JPEG, so it'll add it in addition to. I'm going to save that. And I'm actually going to just go ahead and close that PDF. We no longer need Bridge at the moment. I'm going to go back to my Finder, and I always like to, I actually like column view more than anything, but lots of people like to have their item view. But what I'm going to do is go back here to the column view, and I can see that my contact sheet is sitting right here. It's assignment 1, car contact sheet. It's a JPEG. It's 1.1 megabytes. If I open it up, it opens it up in preview, but it's not a PDF. It's a JPEG. So now that that's done, I'm going to go back over to Chrome to assignment 1, where I'm asking you to shoot one subject 30 different ways. This is step 1. It's worth, I believe, 40% of the total grade. And then the step 2, which is where you choose 3 photos, is worth 60% of the total grade. So in order to embed an image into a discussion, you're going to go to Reply, and then you have several options here for typing in HTML code. and then, or HTML, I don't know what you call it, but it's where you can decide how you want to type it. And then you can go to embed image, this little landscape picture here. Let's embed the image. We're going to go to Canvas. You don't want to go to URL unless you have a URL for it. It's already on the web. You're going to go to Canvas. You can go to My Files. You don't have it yet, so you're going to upload it from your folder. Course images. Notice how the PDFs don't show up, but JPEGs do. So I'm going to go to my assignment 1 car contact sheet, select it. There's that JPEG I was just looking at. I'm going to open it up. Success, file uploaded. I'm going to not worry about the dimensions here because I think it will make it a little bit smaller anyway. And so the goal is to post the reply, which because I'm in student view, that seems to be a bit of an issue. So I'm going to leave student view, and I'm going to go through the process again with the ability to hit this update button down here. I apologize for that. And let's see, I've got the file in here. Let me go to upload file again because I want it to be the exact same one that I had just chosen. All right, let's have some success again. Great. Now we're ready to go to update. That's going to put it in there. That's the image that you want to see when you're ready to post your reply. You can make commentary if you want. You can say, tried different exposures and perspectives. I like image DSC, let's say 5894. What do you think? Sure. Post a reply, and then you've got it. So what I'm hoping to see is that all of you are able to post your contact sheets and make some replies, take a look at a few, and then the next part of the project is going to involve posting your favorite 3 images from your contact sheet. All right, that's it for now.